Good afternoon. We put Bhutan to bed because we had a good run with the Roar of the Red Dragon, but there was only so far we could get before the Europeans just said, nah, you come this far and no further. And although we forced Greek capitulation and the British Raj forced down to their knees, eventually we did run out of manpower and ran out of hope. So I thought rather than keep grinding my way through that, it's time for a new campaign, and Ethiopia has always interested me. Well, we should know that. I played as them in Europa Universalis 4 and went full Jewish to get the Prester John achievement. But now we're back with Panzer John. I want to take Ethiopia. I wish to remain true neutral. And I want to win. Now, we're not looking for something grand. I'm not sure if I will ever be interested in really doing world conquest in Hearts of Iron. But I would like to defeat Italy once and for all, not only just chasing them out of Africa, but chasing them out of existence, because Italians are essentially Greeks, they're one and the same, so I've got some steam to let out on this. And if I just flash away the chat for a moment, we're now going to be playing on veteran mode from now on. I've cut my teeth on regular mode, so I think it's high time that we went on veteran and never looked back. Iron Man mode engaged as ever. Let's get this going, and yeah, I never even thought about this part. What is Panzer John? I realized I made a spelling mistake there and called it the Road of the Red Dragon, but amusingly that works as a name as well. You see, any nation, or really any minor, you can take them down the fascist or communist route and you can have a blast with them, but I'm starting to really warm towards true neutral, so no matter what happens to our government, because you can't grow neutrality, you can only grow the other three. But no matter what happens, I wish to say, with the Solomonic dynasty, they've been around for hundreds of years and they shall rule for hundreds more. So what's the situation in Ethiopia? We'll start out by grouping up all of our units under this one general, Sayom Mengasha. Because he's not too shabby, he's level 2 and a desert fox, and we have desert around here, so that works to our advantage. What does not work to our advantage is literally every other thing in the game. We're at war with Italy. Italy are far stronger than us, and that's something I don't say often. They already outnumber us on the borders, and they also have fairly decent supply because they got ports on both those borders. The terrain kind of works to our advantage, it's nice and rocky, but what doesn't work to our advantage is all of our units. Most of them are at very low fighting strength due to lack of equipment. We'd love to build more equipment, but we have no steel to get them. We can't trade for steel because our only factories are used for consumer goods, so that's no good. And yes, we have basic infantry equipment. We're going to need to change that as soon as possible, and by as soon as possible I mean right now. Let's get weapons 1, and let's get some support weapons 1 if we ever want to hope to fight these Italians toe to toe, or whole feats to their toes. So, here we go, we have a staggering 13 troops, they have 26 to 46, and they're going to be growing that, I have no doubt. What else is going on? I gotta think about national focus, and by think I mean instantly go for political effort, because I'm going to need that, I'm going to need that a lot. And we have no divisions in basic training, that's going to remain that way, and our glorious 2 rubber, I don't even think we get all 2 of it, no, we instantly export 1 of it due to our, what is it, free trade laws? Well, export focus. Volunteer only, but thankfully Ethiopia has a population of 10 million. So unlike Bhutan, if we go over and have a look, where our population was not even 500,000, we are not reasonably going to run into manpower struggles at all. Because even if we had to scrape the barrel here, we'd be getting a couple million out of Ethiopia, and that I quite like. Why does he have a 5% research malice? Because, my friend... Oh, it's Sondar. Because Sondar, we're playing on veteran difficulty, which throws a 10% research malice to everything, and also a 20% malice to our production efficiency. We're going to need to overcome that eventually. We have an airfield for all those airplanes that we don't have, but let's not worry about that, let's just get to work. I'm going to need to do what exactly? Need to go on the offense up north and down south. The weakness for these guys are these ports. If we manage to take them, then we might, just might, be able to cut off their supplies, such as the hope at least. So let's get into position. This and this are key areas for me to have troops on, because I can influence all 3 of these provinces from there if these blasted Italians ever decide to move. So let's do the best we can. First order of business is taking those ports. Now they start rearranging their units ASAP around here, and we're going to take advantage of that ASAP by moving you into position there. I want to keep you to attack from here, and I want 2 of you here, but I want 1 of you to secure that. The most important thing I can do is take these ports away, because if they keep hold of those ports, they're going to reinforce with everything they can find. So, let's get to that. So we work on a bit of encirclement. I don't know where this guy is going, but I don't want him to go wherever he's probably going, so I'll probably try to cut him off as and when I can. Now, unfortunately, I let my guard up north. I was meant to attack these guys, but I did not. Shame on me. That's what I get for not paying attention to what I'm doing. In fact, that could well be a restart right there, because I was not paying attention on both of my fronts. I want to keep those guys pegged down where they are. It'll go well in the south, but it won't go well in the north unless I push through here, and it doesn't look like I'm about to push through anything at this rate. Okay, it's touch and go on this one, but they're going to reinforce that, which makes life a little hell for me. In fact, it's probably a restart there and then, because I did not pay attention to the north. In fact, that's what it's going to be. That's Italy for you. 1 slip up and it's all game over. So let's pretend that never happened and get right back to it. So, Ethiopia, we've never seen this before. Let's try that again, except without monumentally messing up. There's messing up right off the bat. I need you up there, and not the rest. There we go. Everybody under Sayom, and we're good to go. So that was what not to do. Something that's becoming a recurring theme in the streams that I do. And let's redo what we just did. Thankfully we didn't miss out on much. Better than getting hours into a campaign before you get utterly trounced by your own inadequacies. So let's try that again, shall we? So they wander away there. 15 hours. That works for me. As soon as they're out of there, we march in to take it. And I need to keep my eyes on these guys this time and not just let them go. Issue was I was looking too fiercely over there when I should have been looking here. So they're going to move in to stop us. They'll get there in a day and an hour. That's the guys that I let my guard down too much for. These guys I'm not concerned with, they'll take too long, so I just need to slow them down with those guys. And frankly, I don't need any of you guys here. So I think I'll just move all of you over here. That seems reasonable. And then I gotta look at these. I don't know which province he's going to, which is troublesome. This unit will arrive in the next province in 3 days and 5 hours. I don't know which province next province is. But I'll think about it. So as I said, these guys aren't going to pose any real issue as long as I get here on time. It's a wonderful thing about moving equals attacking. Keeps people pinned down where they stand. So as long as I hold Asmara, let's not make the same mistake and not pay attention to where we're placing our units here. I'm going to keep you pinned down anyway because I don't know what you're doing. So there we go, we managed to grab the northern port, which cuts off supply for these folks but not for these ones. So I got to think what these guys are going to do and how I can affect that. Also not a fan of what they're doing in terms of aerial superiority, so I'm going to work on that as well. I also don't need you attacking there anymore. You're free to attack there if you want. I'm going to move my units all over here. With the exception of you, I want loads of people. I need to guard that port like it is my firstborn child. So good, that keeps you all pinned down. Jake Day and Night's like, oh thanks, let's turn that off. Looks nice, but I don't want to see it. Much like my firstborn child. So it looks like these battles aren't going well for me, but really I'm not the one taking the huge loss. Oh, I'm the only one taking losses. Well, never mind that then. Right, what I'm going to do is Let's not force your retreat just yet. I want to make sure I actually win this battle. I'm going to keep nailing you down, and I'm going to grab this port so that they can't be going anywhere. So it'll be ours momentarily. See this, I don't like enemy air superiority here in East Africa. So Mogadishu is ours. Let's hold off here, let them move along all they want. And I think I'll try to move you around here because I don't want them holding on to any of these airfields. They can keep trying to attack, but we'll hold. We have the mountains, and the mountains will be our friends for a while. Unfortunately, it looks like he's moving this way. So he wants to keep all this up and keep me out of the loop, which is an idea, but for him it's not a particularly great idea, probably. We'll see what he does with that, because he's going to have to move. I'll be there in 2 days. He'll be there in how long exactly? 6 days. Alright, so I'll be on the defense. I love being on the defense. This isn't so pleasant for me, but we'll win. Jake, what achievement are you going for, and would you say it's the hardest? I don't know if there's an achievement for Ethiopia. I don't think there is. I'm not actually too concerned about you taking this, so I'm actually going to move along here. I have complete confidence in my guys up north. Complete confidence. Not sure if 2 is even required here. I'll get one of you over there, and I think I'll take one of you and retreat you back here now since things are looking okay. So there we go. Heavens knows what he's wanting to do from there. What's unfortunate for me is that now he has supply throughout all of this, and I would like to change that, but we'll see just how. I have supply here but not here, so these guys are in a lot of trouble. I'd like to stop them from existing shortly. Alright, so I've grabbed the airfields now. There should no longer be any enemy air superiority in East Africa. I'd like to keep it that way. I really would like to keep it that way. I wish I had more guns. If I could trade for steel, I'd be able to produce a lot more of them, but actually let's show why we can't. Steel, France, give. Oh, I have no factories. Why do I have no factories? Let's look over here. I have 2 of them, both are being used for consumer goods. Well, we'll open our eyes shortly as to why we're doing what we're doing in that regard. So he's moving, he wants to try and flesh out his lines here. Well, that's understandable why he wants to do that, but I'm not going to let him. There's a bit of a weakness in my plan here. I hope it doesn't cause me any issues. Gonna move you over here just so I have more flexibility in where I can move and who I can attack. So these guys will eventually exhaust themselves since they're sitting in no supply, so attrition is going to drain them of their what exactly? Of their organization. The trouble are these guys, they have no such problem with supply. They have a edge province giving them 100% of this, and no matter what I cut off here, it's still going to stay that way, so that is problematic. Still, I'm going to keep them pinned down, because, I mean, what can they do? Well, they can cause me a big old headache. Let's get our fully supplied units up there. This one unit here is the best unit that I have. If I take a look at his template, he's 3x3 infantry, which is pretty nice comparing to, say, one of these guys, 2x2. So, it's more than twice as good as one of the other ones, and he's fully equipped. Historical focus or ahistorical? We're playing historical focus. Alright, so if everyone is in position, I can start to pin these lads down. As long as I control the port here, they're going to have some trouble. I might need to expand on what some trouble is for them. Alright, controlling this is nice, but I would like to get a better defense going on there. There's certainly plenty of combat width for it. Okay, this is where things start to look very strange for me. They want to move in that way. That actually could well work to my advantage. Encircle Italians. It's what I love to do. So you're going to take 1 day to get there. You're going to take quite a while to get here. And I'm in a position to pin you all down. And I'm going to take it. Okay, unfortunately, he's decided to do that, which is not part of my plan. Still, I can move in here. That'll take me 3 days, so I'll arrive faster than you. And then I don't know who's going to be cut off out of all of this, but somebody will. Just to be sure, yes, I'll be there much faster than he is. So one of you will get cut off. I'm just not sure which. Otherwise, these Italians are caught in a hard place. This guy is also caught in a hard place, but he has supply because we have the adjacent port. And there we go. So who have I cut off, if anyone? The guys to the south are cut off. The guys to the north are still going to pose a bit of a problem, but probably not much of one. It's dangerous for me to move away from this port, so I won't. And there's no point in attacking these guys since I can provide all the... I'm going to make sure I secure the coastline as well. There's no point in attacking these guys. Lack of supply will do the rest. We'll see what these ones try to do. My powers to be noticed by Jake are something special, exactly, especially when my questions are not aimed at him. Don't question it. Okay, so they are moving in to retake the air base. I'm not sure how much that'll work to their advantage, but we'll see. So fortunately this early in the game, nobody really does that much damage in battle. It's more like play fighting. That said though, we're the ones that are taking the hits here. These ones won't be a threat for much longer. Soon they will run out of supply completely. I will move in to destroy them, and then I will certainly hope to have more units to help out from the south. That's the dream at least. And like I said, these guys, they are going to be taking increasing amounts of attrition as they sit there, and I'll wipe them out and see what I can do about these ones as well. Battle here finally going our way, and I think it's time that these guys went farewell, taking that province back too. So I don't have to worry about Italians here. I might have to in the future, but like I said, that's future problems, not problem right now. We'll go for complete encirclement here. I'm certainly not looking to attack across any rivers. Well, he's happy he got his airbase back, but doesn't look like they're assigning any more fighters here, which is wonderful news for me. Trying to keep my eye on the whole situation here. We have these folks up north completely encircled, and much as they wish to try to attack me, that's not going to work very well for them. Tempted to attack, but like I said, lack of supply will do the work for me. Would actually work to my benefit if one of these pushed through here. Okay, so I wonder if I can actually shift you from your position there. After all, you have no organization. Curious. Alright, well that forced them out. And there's someone else that's been forced, which is wonderful news. Let's try and keep these guys pinned down here as best I can, and allow me to force forward my own lines. Bringing this from 3 province to 2 province line with them is nice. So thank goodness I'm fighting Italians. Well, not so much fighting, just slapping for insubordination. It's kind of nasty how they're keeping the pressure on me here, because I'm not really able to take my... Okay, I told you to move here, but I don't really think I want you to. Not really able to get my organization back, which is a pain for me. Poor starving guys, they got nowhere to go and nothing to eat. The Gulf of weak, starving Italians. And if they want to allow themselves to be encircled further... Oh, well that's problematic. What are they doing now? I got a naval invasion happening. I wonder if it's here. If it is here, then that's fine. They can have that all they want, really. But I would like this to be done so I can free up more units. Let's hope I can. I need those guys to starve out. Alright, sure. You just let yourself go there. Okay, so he's taking that, which is fine for me because he has absolutely no supply. He's worthless. He can't reasonably move anywhere that's a threat to me. I do wonder if this is the best course of action, though. I'm thinking not. Where they are now, I could just leave them. Any province they have here is probably going to get supply. Maybe if I just left them with that one, they wouldn't. But I couldn't tell for sure. I'm going to take one of you and move you there just so that he does not go there, which would be troublesome for me. And these guys are almost out of the picture completely. Let's help out a touch there. So I got political effort, which means we're going for war economy straight away. Yes, civilian to war economy. It is madness, is it not? Not going for total mobilization because I'm not looking for fewer recruitable population. But I do want to dump my consumer goods factories in half. Increase the speed at which I can make military factories. Not caring much about the conversion. But what's important about that is that I can finally trade for some steel. Let's get some French steel. Good for smiting any Italians. And then I'll consider where to go from there. Could go collectivist, but I could also make my way down towards extra research slot, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Right, I'd be very happy if these guys ceased to exist, which is why I'm going on the offensive here. And they're pathetic, they won't be able to attack back. Don't think I'm really losing any troops in all of this. But troops is... Oh, see, they are the ones that are losing out badly here. Troops are not the concern right now. I have oodles of manpower. What is the trouble? I've got tons of combat width here. I shouldn't have to worry about that. I would actually like to just snake this up a bit. So yes, I will take you and move you there, and take you to move you there. He's moving out here. That's not a concern. I mean, it would be a concern if he made it all the way to my capital, but if he does that, then I'll have a word to say to him. That word is go away. Okay, these guys are toast. Collectivist, Jake. I thought you were going to say neutral. I am staying neutral. It is absolutely in my plan to remain 100% neutral. Who's the guy that's moving here? It's you, right? I could just have you retreat your way over there. If they take my capital, it's game over for me. But I don't have any units spare to hold on to it. Granted, you're kind of spare, but the south is taking a lot longer to mop up than I had planned. Yes, plans. I have those every now and then. Just want to see what happens if I grab this, if I cut off your supply completely, or if you keep that one smidgen of supply. So he's there, but he can't really advance any further because he's completely out of supply, and he knows it. He's going to need to re-establish his supply line, so he wants to come and deal with me. Speaking of people that simply cannot deal with me, there we go. I'm going to pull back a bit in the hopes that one of our friends here decides to move out. But I'm still going to keep 5 units down here. I want to move out from here, but I cannot currently. Alright, they still get supply, which is troublesome for me. But they can't meaningfully hurt me. What if I left my fleet, left the port open for you, Italy? Would you move then? I don't want to have to attack into this, it would be troublesome. But maybe I just have to. Well, it's going to mean losses for me. I would rather just destroy them there and then, but cutting people off from supply remains the superior way to destroy them. So they're going to keep attacking like this, and they just cannot hurt me. My defense is impregnable. This is troublesome. It's going to last a long time. And it's going to hurt my equipment. Not that it wasn't already hurting. 11 guns a day. Well, they come with bayonets, so I can't complain all that much. This is the real joke, the amount of damage that they're doing here. Alright, change of plan. Let's take a step back and hope that they move away from there. They aren't doing any real harm being there, but I don't like them being there. Oh, if they all want to move north, which it looks like they do, then I'm more than happy for that, because I can pin them down where they stand. And that means you don't have to do what you do, just standing there looking like a numpty. 5 days. Okay, I'm sure I'll forget. And they can attempt as many naval invasions as they want, they're going nowhere. Jake, why not make a battle plan? I really need to micro everyone here. Every unit matters, and I have to use my incredible and powerful human brain to do so. You get back to where you are. Okay, it looks like they are making a move, which is exactly what I wanted them to do. So, let's do this. I'll have you there, I'll have one of you here, one of you there, and another one down here, so that I can actually move out from where I am. Looks like they're both going to go here, I imagine. So I can go snip snip. In that case, the one that goes here is less useful. The one that goes here is even less useful. We'll do it anyway. Take a risk. Because, you know, that's what the Italian start is all about, taking loads of risks. See if these Italian fools handle having a single province here. It'll probably still get supply because it's an edge province. Oi, I told you, stay there. Jake, can you wait for your 1918 support equipment before going on the offense? Can't really wait all that long. I gotta hold what I get here. Got one unlocked slot, but nothing in it. Okay, so we're not actually conquering anything of use. There are no resources and no factories. And a grand total of 1 slot. I'm not even sure I'll get that 1 slot. It's so easy to defeat these guys. I think I'll just wallop them up. Okay, so they still get supply there, but I can keep them pinned down like this. If they want to attack me, they're attacking into mountains. This is promising. If I take one of you and wrap you around like that, whilst keeping these folks where they are. Like so. Let's hold and attack. There we go, that gets them both in at the same time. We'll see how he likes this. We'll cut him off of his supply entirely. I don't want to fight Italians if I can avoid it. Partly because it's cruel. For them. Partly because I don't want to waste anything that I don't have to waste. All this attack is serving to do is keep them in their place. Whilst I cut off supply like a champ. Trouble is, there's a lot of provinces to actually keep them pinned down in. But they may or may not move from here. Okay, that should be alright. Now, it looks like they love to naval invade this province in Eritrea, and I'm more than happy for them to do that. Okay, they still get supply here, which is troublesome for me. But, what if I just let him do what he was doing, which is moving over there. And then I tell him, stay. Try and keep him pinned down where he is. And if he wants to move here, that would be to this province. And yeah, I might be able to pin him down a bit more. trying to find us. Oh, well, I'm the one that's out of supply now, but I've managed to gain that. You still have supply here, which is disappointing for me. But you can stay right where you are, Mr. No Supply. And with that, we have them nicely surrounded. So you're there, you're here, you're going to be there, and I need you somewhere useful, which is also here. That's okay. Poor abused AI. When you're fighting Italy, you'll take anything you can get, really. Well, I will. Now our friend here, where was he wanting to go? Okay, seems that they both wish to move up here. I'd rather he didn't move up here. It's going to cause me issues. So I'll stop him before he gets there. You're already on the move there. You're also on the move there. I like it both. Jake's General has a trait. Yes, I do. I've got the Desert Fox, and I'm gaining lots of lovely experience here. I like that. Alright, everybody hold where you are. Well, not you. You're moving somewhere important. H for hold. Lovely command. If I'm on the defense, things go a lot better. Alright. Best case scenario for me is that Republican Spain wins here, because I need a nice, weak Reich. You know, if the Allies defeat more Italians and Germans, that only works out for me. So this fool is now cut off completely. This one I'm less sure about. But I'm going to keep the pressure on him anyway. This one will eventually starve out, and this one I'll just have to defeat in cold blood. And everything looks to be going alright. These guys, I don't want to fight into mountains, is what I'm trying to say. So if I pull back just a bit, maybe try to lure them into the hills where things will go a bit better for me, that'd be grand. It's one of those battles, is it? Oh well. So let's keep those construction efforts going. I want my extra research slot, because research hurts. Let's see, I want to lure him into these hills. Ideally everyone into the hills. If he just has the hills and the mountains, it doesn't do me any real favor. Yeah, these attacks are worthless. They're so out of supply. Look at that, that's a minus 93% to everything they do, and our defense is, as I said, impregnable. So, come on Republicans, I need you to win this more than I've needed many things. Okay, already having volunteers from the Nazis is going to help our friends in nationalist Spain quite a lot. Yeah, I think the nationalists are going to have that. Just a hunch. So I quite like the way the Italians just throw units onto here. They can't make it. I have them pinned down, and they will not survive. Speaking of Italians who will not survive, there's this little guy. Soon he'll be eradicated. And then I'll mop up this. In fact, I think I'll mop up this whilst I'm here. He's not moving anywhere. That in multiple combats is a nice way to grind down any damage our friend there can do. Two more things to research, and what's it going to be? I would really like to get some production efficiency. I kind of think of it, what will I do? I would also like to get some doctrine, but that might be a little out of the question here. And I would like to start getting some research time that isn't a whole heap of ass. Really, I want everything. I also want artillery so I can actually go on the aggression a bit. But no, I think we'll focus on faster research and actually being able to produce a thing or two. Otherwise I would have gotten the doctrine to the national focus, which speeds up my doctrines. And that should be everything I need to wipe you out. Well, this is alright, I guess. Soon these Italians will be no more, and I'll be a happier man. And if he wants to keep lumping Italians over here, then that's all the better for me, since he can enjoy absolutely no supply from all that. But I really need to get producing some goods. And some units. So logistically we're short 1,500 of these, since we have no production efficiency. It doesn't hurt to half it to get some actual guns. So, your job is to forever guard Mogadishu. Not just because I love Mogadishu, although that does play into it, but please, please never let Mogadishu fall. The rest of you, what'll I do with you? Yes, one of you can go there. A couple of you can go there. The rest, this is an important spot, please hold it forever. And now we're pretty free, so let's speed 5 our way to victory. The Italians are not completely chased out of Africa. Well, let's exclude this, because let's always exclude that. I did not fight for that province. But as long as they stay there starving and wasting their equipment, then that works for me wonderfully. So just looking at this, hilariously poor attack from them, great defense from us. Look at them, now look at us. I'm in no hurry to go and smash these guys down, I'm really not. Okay, I've actually got a free... I can do constructions, really. What do I construct? Naval dockyard is tempting. I will need these mysterious things called convoys, but I can't help but think I need more military factories no matter how you cut this, so let's just be building up both of those. I don't need anti-air, thankfully, because I already control both of the airfields. Isn't that nice? Like I said, I'm happy for them to be there. They pose no threat, they won't gain organization, and they are gradually losing equipment. And the more Italy loses equipment, the less of a threat they're going to be to the Allies. Not that they're ever truly a threat to the Allies. Yeah, so far so good. Seems you bank a bit of focus time. I think, at least. But there's little for us to have to worry about right now, which is great. I need that factory output. It's tempting to go for dispersed industry. Tempting, but not tempting enough. I want that extra output. I really want that extra output. But there are other things I want. I want artillery. I want to be able to produce artillery, even if it's not much of it. Yeah, I think I need that more than I need guns at the moment. So, Italians, how does it feel to be utterly worthless? Okay, well, they just melted. Get out those muskets, start training new divisions, Jake. Yeah, sure, I'll just have to get rid of my 1000 deficiency of gun. Not to mention the upgrades that I still need. I really want to keep going with the computing to get some half-decent everything. I also really need some paratroopers. Really need some paratroopers, but then that's not a necessity right now. Getting more guns already is. So again, they go there, they starve, they try to attack, they realize they cannot. And it's victory for Ethiopia. These guys are still a problem though. They still have... Well, soon I'll have enough strength to really be able to take them on, so that's fine. Let's get that infrastructure, be happy that we actually have some constructions that we can do. Everybody wins. Why would you go for dispersed industry, Jake? Are you really afraid of bombers? Well, not out here, but in other places I might be. Oh, hello, tanks! I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting you. Okay, if he's in the position to start shipping tanks down, I might not keep giving him the time of day here. Also, don't like the way he regained a bit of orc there, but I think he's going to lose it fairly swiftly. You know what, tanks? Stay there. I want you moving out. Yeah, tanks scare me a little. This looks good though. I want to see more Sengoku rants. I'm sure Jake will be the most popular player on rants on YouTube. Given that I've actually played rants fully, I could offer a reasonable playthrough of rants now as opposed to before. So we've got some political power. I don't actually have any idea what to get with it. What do we have? Prince of Terror, Smooth Talker. I'll be honest, I don't know what trade deal opinion factor does. I should look into that at some point. Like I said, we're staying true neutral, so forget these guys. Captain of Industry, I'm not building civvy factories. So what can I get? I can get better division defense, or I can get better division attack and even better defense. And hell, I'm having that guy straight away. Looks like he's going to save me a lot of money. So, how quickly do you guys melt? Oh, instantly. Well, that's nice. Say hello to losses, Italy. Now we're just going to retake that. And I want that research slot. Jake, I recommend a theorist. Yeah, I would get behind a theorist as well, but I like that extra defense. 15% defense is nothing to be sniffed at. Plus, I won't be going down the doctrine paths until I get some reduction on the time cost of doctrines. So I would love to just slaughter what is left of the Italians, who wouldn't. But it's quite nice to keep them. Oh my days, Republicans getting a comeback here. Seems those Soviet tanks might just make all the difference. That's nice. Okay, but things are good for us. Even better when I get that. That'll unlock being able to put in some support artillery. I'll have to build it still. Production efficiency? Yes, please. Because we grow our efficiency really fast, thanks to actually having the steel that we need here. When I get an extra military factory, let's start producing some artillery. Because artillery just makes your infantry so much better. So much better. Theorist would have been a better call, says Hydro. As I think about it, yes, you're probably right. But I didn't do it. So boo-hoo. Alright, soon we'll get that extra research slot and we'll actually be able to research. Soon we'll actually have units so we can train. That's an incredible thought. We have loads of manpower, which is really nice. But I'm thinking of focusing more on this. It's troublesome because this, although it's my strongest unit, I don't really like it. It's too big. Let's consider our other infantry division. I think I'd rather increase this one than decrease the other one. Because looking at it, I would like infantry. I would like 2 artillery on them. That's nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 25. Or I knock you down like that. Okay, well that's cheaper to do. Unfortunately, we're never going to have enough artillery for this at the moment. But I could make you the grandiose. Just going to keep you like that as well. Oh well, something to consider for later. Keep you as elite just so that I know which one you are. Once I have artillery, I'll start thinking about how to best use it like that. I just love how they're not getting any of their extra anythings. If I pulled back a little bit more, would they move into that position? I have no problem if they do, because it'll single you out a bit more. Another consideration, by consideration I mean annihilation. It's tricky, I get the two mixed up when it comes to Italians. Alright, I want those paratroopers. I'm gonna need them eventually. It'll take a while as well, but we'll do it. So the thing about Italy is you're pretty stuck here. And I'm not gonna have a navy in any reasonable time frame. Alright, so they don't want to do jack there. I think I will annihilate them. Then again, they deal no threat to me. And that would be a very tricky province to attack into. Oh, maybe I'll just try anyway, because if I can push them out of here, then I have a nice big advantage. Oh, it's actually a nice big advantage from the very start. Glad I brought in that mountaineer. So what else do we have? Yeah, I really need a lot more guns and everything produced right now. Jake, don't you need planes for paratroopers to be effective? Yes, you do. I'm glad you noticed. So I will eventually have to work on a transport plane. We'll get to that. So we got our extra research slot. I think we'll get an extra couple of civvy factories, or I could get that doctrine at long last. Yeah, you know what? I think it's high time I got a doctrine. This is where I finally chalk up some losses to the Italians, I think. But that's acceptable. And there we go. Alright, I was going a little too fast there, so that wasn't very good. And I'm letting them spread out again, also not terribly good. So let's keep them penned down where they are. With most of you, one of you, please make your way over there. And we'll keep them completely surrounded where they are. Also, it'd be pretty bad if they navally invaded this, so that's another reason to keep it in our control. Once you've moved into there, which is now, I can hold you where you stand. You're on the defensive. They wish they could be in this other province, but they can't, because I'm the best. Splat. We are going to get there before them, right? Good. And as ever, have them in multiple combats. Well, if I can, I don't think that's affecting use. No, but I'm still going to destroy these Italians. Come hell or high water. Oh, I think they got some new units down there. No? No, they're just terrible. I'm a desert fox, I can do anything. It was always going to cost equipment to take these remaining ones down, that's just something I have to accept. But even there, they're not starved out completely. Like I said, this is where I start getting some losses. But I want them gone. I mean, it would be better for me just to wait, maybe get a doctrine under my belt or two. But it frustrates me having any Italian inside my soil, so we shall kick them out forthwith. It would be an idea to defend this province, so that the Italians couldn't actually invade here. But I like the fact that they invade, starve themselves, and then I pick off what's left. They never make their way to my capital. Even if they did, I would spring a trap for them. Speaking of springing a trap, perhaps it's high time that I trained up some extras. Or at least had them available. Or at least planned for training. Then I can know how much infantry equipment I'm going to need. Surprise, surprise, it's a lot. It's a hell of a lot. It's more than I'd ever lost for those. And here come more Italians. So I'm going to hold off on that research because I want a doctrine. And this endless attack. In fact, everyone can hold and attack. because that gets them all in straight away. No need for waiting on people to arrive. Attacking from multiple directions. Reduces fort effects. Never played around with that before. I always seem to spam infantry like a noob, then lack air power, armor, etc. Jake. I would like to avoid doing that as well. The trouble is, I always play as nations who severely lack such power. Speaking of severely lacking, I should not leave just one unit on the most important to defend province I own. So I'm going to hold you guys and then have two of you head back there. One of you can hold this. You guys continue your relentless assault here. Again, two of you can stay. I want to keep the Mountaineer, he gets a bonus to attacking, and there we go, I get, if we ignore that, and maybe even zoom out a bit so we stop hearing Yeah, I never try mass assault. Is that any good? Reinforcing, out of supply, organization, it depends on what you want to go for. Manpower, well, it's always a problem for me, but I don't think it'll be such a problem this time. Mobile warfare tempts me so, because I do want to go mobile. Hell, maybe I could even go for some tanks for a change. Not that I have anything resembling the ability to get a reasonable number of tanks. Superior firepower would be better for me. It would be a lot better for me. But why don't I, for a change, actually get some damn tanks on the go? For the, yeah. For the record, I think superior firepower would be the better one, but I want to go for a mobile. And I want 2 civilian factories as well. Jake, hospitals? Yeah, I have no technology to get any hospitals right now. Going to get my extremely well-trained mountaineers over here. In fact, why don't I just get all of you over there? I'm sufficiently protecting the border. And like I said, they're not going to proceed any further than that. They're going to get there, then starve, and then I win. Although, there are quite a few of you here. How about we get... one of you there, and then one of you, not that one though, because you're really good. Get one of you over here, just in case they manage to squeeze dangerously close to my capital. Because I would hate to lose at this point. You're all fine there. Jake, grand battle plan is pretty sweet. Yes, it is. But I want to try what I have here. So we have these guys here. They're all wonderfully out of supply, and I'm happy for the Italians to just keep starving themselves to death there. And I can run at 5 speed with really nothing to sweat. And I can start churning out these guys. Would really like those... How you doing? Wasn't I building one of you over here? I built you, you say? And why does it feel like I don't have 3 military factories? 1, 2, 3. Did I catch the stupid or something? Where's my military factory? Is it because it's taking that factory away from me? Alright, give me your damn factory. There we go. See? Sometimes you just need a bit of tough love with Italians. So what do we have here? Japan versus China. I hope China slaps them silly. I just generally hope that the Axis fails, and a good step towards that is Republican Spain defeating the Nationalists. Got a couple more factories with which to do God knows what, but I really need more armaments. And I also really want more gun. I just want everything. Is that so much to ask? Okay, more horribly weak, starving veterans. Down they go. Ah, it's the little things in life. Oi. You die now. And here we go, now we go down to Theorist. Naval, well that's all wonderful, but I'm going to need that army experience gain. Part of me wonders why I'm recruiting these guys when what I really need are paratroopers. Well, I can worry about that later. Especially when these ones are so expensive. Well, time is going to have to run for a while. Jake, remember the naval focus unlocks the slots for dockyards but does not add them. You would need to build them after if you want them. I know this well, so don't you worry. It does yeah, it does unlock the slots. I have a decision to... Oh, sweet. Paratroopers. Never mind that decision now. Paratroopers need to get support artillery. That's something that cannot be argued. And I want to train some. I want them more than these guys, really. Starting to think I want you more than I want these ones, but I will eventually need a good army, so... how many? 6 seems like a good number. I think I need these paratroopers more than I need those guys, though, so I'll do that. Yeah, 6 paratroopers. I'll go with it. And all should be well. All is very well, in fact. Right, 17 days until I can research more and I'll get those going, but until then, what else can I get? That's too far away, that isn't useful enough. That's always going to be useful. Painful as it is to take right now. Alright, I'm satisfied with this. I'm satisfied that the Italians have lost 20 times my number. How do you fly without a plane, Jake? Look, we're working on the planes. Ooh, working on lots of things. I'm going to give it till the end of the month for those guys. Got our equipment effort, which is rather nice. Except it's going to be a little wasted here. I wanted to use it on weapons too. It's a bit of a shame you can't choose whether you use these or not. You just do. But I need to be ready for weapons too. Oops, I kind of wasted that. I wanted to wait so that I wouldn't get the penalty on it. Well, I'm still going to wait. And what else? Yeah, I need those military factories. So many people hassling me about the planes, I don't get it. What did I ever do to... Oh, hello! You want to attack me here, that's a new one. That naval penalty is going to hurt you, but you know that. Oh wow, they are determined here. That makes me really happy that I fleshed out my numbers to the south. But they will swiftly give up. We're in January now, so I can start researching even better weapons. And all remains well. If they ever got supply there, I'd be horrified. Good thing they can't drop off supplies from the air. So Republicans have won that hands down. Yes, hands down.